دشمنان چار یاران نبی کو پلسرات ڈال دے گا کاٹ کر، ڈال دے گا کاٹ کر، آدھا ادھر آدھا ادھر، ڈال دے گا کاٹ کر، آدھا ادھر آدھا ادھر۔ بلغ العلا بکمالہ، بلغ العلا بکمالہ، کشف الدجی بجمالہ، حسن الجمیع خصالہ، صلوا علیہ وآلہ۔ ہو کیوں نہ بے قرار رہا کروں، کیوں نہ عشق بار رہا کروں، جو قرار آئے نہ بن تیرے، جو قرار آئے نہ بن تیرے، تو تو ہی بتا دے میں کیا کروں۔ بلغ العلا بکمالہ، کشف الدجی بجمالہ، حسن الجمیع خصالہ، صلوا علیہ وآلہ۔ جسے چاہ در پہ بلا لیا، جسے چاہ اپنا بنا لیا، یہ بڑے کرم کے ہیں فیصلے، یہ بڑے کرم کے ہیں فیصلے، یہ بڑے نصیب کی بات ہے۔ بلغ العلا بکمالہ، کشف الدجی بجمالہ، حسن الجمیع خصالہ، صلوا علیہ وآلہ۔
ماشاءاللہ یہ تھے ہمارے اجتماع کے مقبول سناخان فرق اقبال صاحب نیوکاسل سے تشریف لائے۔ ماشاءاللہ بڑے خوبصورت انداز میں آپ کو کلام سنا رہے تھے۔ اللہ تعالیٰ ان کے پڑھنے میں اور ان کی آواز میں مزید سوز عطا فرمائے۔ Before I call upon our next guest speaker from Sheffield, Sheikh Allama Sajid Shabi Sahab, Badazilluhu, just want to share with you from Fatawa al-Ridwiya one of the sayings, and in regards to Barelvi Imam Ahmad Raza Khan rahimahumullah ta'ala, he mentions about the khutbah of Usman Ghani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And look at the message regarding the aqaid and the afzaliyat of the Shaykhain radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. Ala Hazrat rahmatullah alayhi gives from the khutbah of Usman Ghani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He mentions about the pulpit. When the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to give khutbah, he used to sit at the top. Hazrat Siddiq Akbar radiallahu ta'ala an, he then used to not sit at the top but on the next step down. Farooq Azam radiallahu ta'ala an didn't give the khutbah on the top or on the second step, he used to sit on the third step. Look at Usman Ghani radiallahu ta'ala an, when he comes to give the khutbah, Ala Hazrat Fazl Barelvi rahimahumullah ta'ala mentions this in his Fatawa al-Ridwiya, that Usman Ghani radiallahu ta'ala an did not give the khutbah on the first step or on the second, because he didn't want people to think or comprehend or even develop such a thought in their mind that if he gave it on the last step, that's where Huzur, Muhaddis Ummat, Malham Minallah, Ataye Huda, Murade Rasul, Nabi ne tujhe Huda se manga, Mustafa ki duawon ka jawab Farooq Azam radiyallahu ta'ala an. He didn't want anyone to compare him to Hazrat Farooq Azam. So to eradicate that thinking, to make sure that it doesn't even develop in the mind of the companions, that they say that where Farooq Azam, from the pulpit, the place of where Farooq Azam used to give khutbah, Usman Ghani is giving it from there. So he didn't give it from there. This is the Aqidah of Jamia al-Quran Markaz Taslim wa Haya, Hazrat Usman Ghani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And then on the next step where Siddiq Akbar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu used to give his khutbah, he didn't want to do the same thing. Why? Because Ba'dul Anbiya Afzalul Bashar bi Tahqiq, Yare Ghar, Shahnshah Sadaqat, Yare Mazhar, Imamul Muttasaddiqeen, خلافت میں اول صدیق اکبر، عبادت میں اول صدیق اکبر، جہاد میں اول صدیق اکبر، خدمت میں اول صدیق اکبر. اما انک یا ابا بکر اول من يدخل الجنت من امتی. ارے جب مظہر میں اول صدیق اکبر تو مصطفیٰ فرماتے ہیں جنت میں بھی اول صدیق اکبر. پوری امت میں سے سب سے پہلے حضور کی امت میں سے جو جنت میں داخل ہوگا وہ یار غار شہنشاہ صداقت Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu ki saath. So he never gave it on that place either. So nobody compares, even thinks, or even develops such a thought of comparison between Usman Ghani and Farooq Azam, or between Usman Ghani and Abu Bakr Siddiq. Look at the Aqidah of Usman Ghani. Allah Hazrat mentions, look at this, having similarities within the companions, with the Shaykhain. Look how Usman Ghani preserving himself. And then those who claim similarity, Abhi Farag Sahab ne Najd ka ishara kiya, Nabi ko apni misal kehte hain ma'azallah. Hazrat Usman Ghani ye baat tasawwur hi nahi kar sakte کہ ایسی بات کوئی سوچے کہ ان کے درمیان اور شیخین کے درمیان برابری کا تصور ہو. دیکھیں عقیدہ عثمان غنی کا. ابھی ائمہ کی بات ہی نہیں کر رہا, ڈائریکٹ صحابہ کے پر کلام ہو رہا ہے. So Usman Ghani gave the khutbah on the top of the pulpit. So people won't even have the opportunity to say that he is superior to the Shaykhain radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. Because the superiority of the Shaykhain radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma is amongst the zurriyat of the Ahl Sunnati wal Jamaat. Zurriyat Ahl Sunnat میں سے ہے جو شیخین کی افضلیت کا انکار کرے وہ اہل سنت سے خارج ہے. عثمان غنی صحابہ کو بھی بتا رہے ہیں اور امت محمدیہ کو یہ درس دے رہے ہیں. جب عثمان غنی یہ برداشت نہیں کر سکتا کہ عثمان غنی کو شیخین سے افضل قرار دیا جائے تو پھر تم کو کون ہوتے ہو؟ عثمان غنی وہ ہے جن سے امام الانبیاء بھی حیا کریں اور ملائکہ بھی حیا کریں. اس تفصیل میں نہیں جاتا کیونکہ شہادت دین کانفرنس اگلے ہفتے کو سنڈے کو نیو کاسل, الحمدللہ نیو کاسل اپان ٹائم, اس کا باقاعدہ اعلان آخر پر کیا جائے گا, لیکن اشارہ کر دیا ये हुजूर हुज्जतुल इस्लाम का फैज है। हर कोई कहता है जी मेरे अब्बा जी का उर्स है, मुरीद जमा हो जाते हैं। या ड्यूसबरी सुनियों से हाली है। आज दारुल देवबंद कुछ करे तो वो कितने तादाद में आते हैं, तो हम सोए हुए क्यों हैं? तो इसलिए तो ये कॉन्फ्रेंसें करा रहे हैं सुन्नी जमीयत अवाम हिकमत नरवाई, क्या सुन्नियों को बेदार किया जाए कि आज किसी के अब्बा जी का उर्स नहीं बल्कि दामाद मुस्तफा का उर्स है। वो उस्मान गनी के नूर की सरकार से पाया दो शाला नूर का, हो मुबारक तुमको जुनूरैन जोजा नूर का। तो ये उस्मान गनी रज़ी अल्लाह ताला आला हज़रत कांग्रेचुलेट्स हिम कि हो मुबारक तुमको जुनूरैन जोरा नूर का। When he married the two daughters of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, without any further ado, our next guest from Sheffield, Hasne Alama Sajid Ali Shami Sahab, Qaddasillahul Ali. I would like to call upon him to, alhamdulillah, enlighten the followers of the Ahl Sunnati wa Jamaat. जो आए हुए हैं अपनी हाजिरी का सबूत दें, जोर से बोले
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला सय्यिदिना व मौलाना मुहम्मद व अला आलि सय्यिदिना व मौलाना मुहम्मद व बारिक व सल्लिम व सल्लि अलैहि। अम्मा बअद फअऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। फ़क़द क़ाल अल्लाहु तआला फ़ी मुहकमि तंज़ीलिहि मुहम्मदुर रसूलुल्लाह सदक़ल्लाहु व मौलाना अज़ीम। इन्नल्लाह व मलाइकतहु युसल्लूना अलन नबी या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनू सल्लू अलैहि व सल्लिमू तस्लीमा। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला सय्यिदिना व मौलाना मुहम्मद व अला आलि सय्यिदिना व मौलाना मुहम्मद व बारिक व सल्लिम व सल्लि अलैहि। सलातुल्लाहि व सलामुन अलैका या सय्यदी या रसूलल्लाह। सलातुल्लाहि व सलामुन अलैका या सय्यदी या हबीबल्लाह। Respected elders, ulama-e kiram, elders from the awam, youngsters, brothers, and if there are any sisters, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are present in Dewsbury speaking about one of the companions of Mustafa alayhi salatu wassalam, who Mustafa alayhi salatu wassalam took great pride in. Great pride in. To the extent he has stated that each and every Nabi has a Rafiq. Each and every Nabi has a companion, and Usman Ghani will be my companion in the hereafter. You cannot understand a status of somebody where Mustafa alayhi salatu wassalam starts to praise that very personality. Sayyidina Abu Bakr is so great that Mustafa alayhi salatu wassalam stated that how do you know the greatness of Abu Bakr? Umar's whole personality is only a portion of Abu Bakr. And who is Usman Ghani? He was known, Sayyidina Hassan, the son of Mawla Kainat. He stated that among the companions, Sayyidina Usman was known as Dhun Nurayn. Among the companions, he was known as Dhun Nurayn. And Mawla Kainat went to a step further And he said that Usmani Ghani Dhul Nurain is already mashhoor, he is known as Mala'ul A'la. In other words, not only on this dunya, above this dunya he is known as Dhul Nurain. We are in Dewsbury here, and I am aware, although I have never seen it, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my sincere dua is I'm stood in masjid, Allah keeps me away from that place. We are almost near a markaz here somewhere. I don't know where it is. I was checking on the maps and they said it's about 2 to 3 miles away. I don't know if any Dewsbury people are here. They could tell me which direction it is so I could go in the opposite direction. But I'm aware that it is roughly, give it 5 miles. So 10 minutes drive. And in that markaz, you apparently have these people who are very knowledgeable people. Apparently. They are known to be very giants of their field. Faragh Sahib was reading that do not mess with the people of Allah Hazrat. Do not mess with the people of Allah Hazrat. They will cut you and half will be here, half will be there. And this is the power of Allah Hazrat. By the sword of Allah Hazrat. Now the grown-ups are here, they are like a sword. But the youngsters here, you haven't gone to the level of sword, you're just a dagger. But even a dagger puts people into graves. Even a dagger puts people into graves. So become the dagger of Allah Hazrat, you could put these people in the graves. But you need to understand something. Their greatest mufti in Darul Deoband in India, he has written a book on Aqaid. And when I was reading the book of Aqidah, he came to the status of Abu Usmani Ghani and he wrote. And he said, Usmani Ghani was known as Dhul Nurain among the companions. This is Darul Deoband. It says he was known as Dhul Nurain among the companions. Why was he known? Because he married 2 daughters of Mustafa alayhi salatu wassalam. So this Deobandi Mufti who has written a book, and it's a Darsi book. It is taught in the Darul Deoband. It's not something that he has written that people read on a leisure basis before they go to sleep. This is something that their teachers teach. And he said the reason why he was known as Dhul Nurain, because he had 2 daughters of Mustafa alayhi salatu wassalam. I thought to myself, I said, Mufti, stop. Stop. If the daughters are of Noor, what about the father? How can you reject the Nuraniyat of Mustafa when you think that the daughters are full of Noor? This is why I tell you, do not mess with the people of Allah Hazrat. Why? Because their teachers are writing, saying he was known as Dhul Nurain. The companions known him as Dhul Nurain taught us something, which was that Mustafa is complete Noor, and anything that exists or anything which is the lineage of Mustafa is also Noor. And they are writing in their books, but they place their books around their backs, and then they protest by saying he wasn't of Noor. Almost 20 years ago. Almost 20 years ago. I don't know if it happens now, but it used to happen then that people of various makatib used to be in a classroom. You go to a class and you will see a Deobandi there, you'll see a Barelvi there, Shia there. Everybody, non-Christian, atheist, everybody's in your class. And people used to, back then they used to ask questions. So why do you kiss the thumbs and touch your eyes? Our teacher says it's haram, your teacher says this. And everybody used to be doing this. There was somebody in our class whose uncle was a Qari of a Deobandi masjid. And he used to have a number of students with him. And he said to me once, he said, Sajid, you should come to the markaz on Friday. Dewsbury has a massive majlis on a Thursday, I believe. And they have a gathering on Thursday. You need to come. I said, why? And this is what he said. He said, it's so great that if you give £1, you could eat as much as you can. Give £1 and you could eat as much as you can. I said, why do you have it on Thursday? He says, because Thursday is a day of Buzurgs. It's a day of Buzurg. There's so much Nuraniyat. And we have a markaz, we have this ijtima, we have this gathering. You give £1, you could eat as much as you can. I said, this is the difference between you and I. When we have a mehfil of Buzurg, we don't charge £1. We says, come, eat for free, bring your friends, bring your family, and keep coming to our mehfil. We're not even wanting your £1. So rather than going to Dewsbury and giving them £1, I said, stay in Sheffield, we'll give you the food for free. We'll give you the food for free. People today need to understand that Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, especially from the subcontinent region, and I'm speaking on this because you have certain people of Sham today who have studied in Sham, and they're not acting like real Shamis. They are standing here and there just to show that we are people of Ahl Sunnah. And they are rejecting this title of Brelvism. And they said this Brelvism doesn't exist. Yes, it doesn't exist in the Arab world because we haven't taken Allah Hazrat's books in the Arab world. This is our problem, that Allah Hazrat doesn't exist. If Allama Suyuti could exist in Lahore, if it could exist in Delhi, why can't Allah Hazrat exist in the Arab world? We have learned Arabic for 10 years. If we can't translate the books of Allah Hazrat, why are we here? So this thing about saying that we are not Barelvis because the Arab world doesn't know of Barelvism is because of us. You go to the Arab world today, you have a mufti who has learned the Arabic language in Darul Uloom, Lahore or Karachi or wherever, Hove Sunni or wherever. His Arabic is far stronger than the Arabs, because Arabs today speak in Ammiya. They speak in this broken language. And our people can't understand it. But the real Arabic, the classical Arabic, our ulama are very strong. Very, very strong. I often say this when there's a majlis and Shasa wants to tell me something which anybody doesn't need to know, he tells me in Arabic. And he gives me the indication in Arabic, I understand, and everybody thinks, and they fall down the Shaji Quran Padhna again. And he's giving me an order. Something what we do when people don't understand English. We do exactly the same. But the problem we haven't promoted Allah Hazrat. We haven't promoted him. We have isolated Allah Hazrat. And this is our problem. But the problem we have today is, Allah Hazrat, if you are from the people of subcontinent region, you're India, you're Bangladesh, and that side of the world, you can't even be a true Sunni until you are not the believer of Allah Hazrat. Anybody that says, I reject Allah Hazrat and I am still a Sunni, I have doubts about that person. Why? Because you cannot complete your studies until you do not understand and comprehend the greatness of Allah Hazrat. You cannot do this. In the Arab world, yes, people don't know Allah Hazrat because his literature hasn't reached. But any book that has reached the scholars of Arab, of Allah Hazrat, they have recognized that Allah Hazrat was somebody out of this world. So do not tell the people of UK today, and this is an appealing to these people, because the most people that have studied in Syria, I personally know them. Do not shy away from using Allah Hazrat's kalam and his name. Give the respect of Allah Hazrat what it due. If there was no Allah Hazrat today, you would have been destroyed in the Middle East, and you would have been destroyed in Pakistan and Hindustan. Allah Hazrat has kept us on the way which Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam has taught his companions. Give your due to Allah Hazrat. Do not stand and say there are two circles. One is of the Ahl Sunnah, which is a tighter circle. One is a bigger circle, and this is a larger, and then the Deobandis could be in the larger circle. Leave this in your own mind. Tell the people you are speaking to that there is only one circle, and the king of that circle is Allah Hazrat. And that is it. Do not divert people's attention from Allah Hazrat. Show them that Allah Hazrat is the crown of our heads. And you will only keep your children on the straight path if you recognize Allah Hazrat. And Allah Hazrat has taught us that these people that are calling Dhun Nurayn, the reason of Dhun Nurayn, because he married two daughters of Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam, logically they would be only full of nur, only full of light if their father was full of light. And their father is Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam. So anybody that rejects the nuraniyat of Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam need to understand that then you should stop saying Dhun Nurayn and stop writing Dhun Nurayn to Sayyidina Usman Ghani. These are these things people need to understand. You need to ask these questions. There isn't people today, there's this notion that these Barelvis are always fighting. Wallahi, if we were the people of fighting, then these bomb attacks that are happening, they would have been Barelvis. The stuff that was happening in Burma wouldn't have happened if we were the people of fighting. They would not ride on our backs the way we are. Today they have a madrasa, shows you how much we are of the tolerance we possess is because they have a madrasa. If we were people of fighting, this madrasa wouldn't have existed in Dewsbury. But people need to go and ask these questions. There's no harm in taking a book of their mufti and say, why have you written Nur here? Why have you written Nur for their daughters? Why have you written that Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam has told us what will happen in Akhirah when he didn't have ilm ghaib? Why? Ask these questions. Go and ask them. There is no harm in asking. They go and ask them because they are claiming to be Shayukh al-Hadith. They are sat there on Thursday saying, ask whatever you want. And go and ask them. Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam said, ask me and I will tell you. Somebody stood up and he said, who is my father? Who is my father? And he said, your father is such and such person. Where is my father? He said, your father is in hell. Mustafa gave you that knowledge, but people used to ask. You go and ask. Why are you afraid of asking? Why are you afraid of asking? These mahafil which we have today, we are only giving you that ammunition. Go and ask. We're not telling you to go and fight. We are telling you to go and ask. Please go and ask. And say that our teachers have shown literature of your shayukh to say that you have stated such and such thing of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Is it true? Just a simple question. Allah has given you this English language not to tell us how great you speak. Allah has given you this English language so that you could praise Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam in the language that people understand. Your mother, and I always say this, your mother did not commit a deed that you were born in the luxuries of the Western world. And that mother did not commit a sin whose child was born in Palestine. This is the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But utilize your time whilst you are in the West. Allah has given you this language so that you can speak to the Westerners and praise Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam in their mother tongues. This is our job. The youngsters today, you become a doctor, you become whoever, you even become a footballer, I don't care what you become. But please, when it comes to Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam, praise him in the language people understand. Take the character of Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam. Take the character of Abu Bakr. Take the character of Usman Ghani. Take the character of all the companions when you go to your schools. Take his character when you go to colleges. Take the character. And what is the character of Usman Ghani? Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam, and this is the narrator of the hadith is Sayyida Aisha. She said that we was sat once and Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam was leaning. And a portion of the calf was revealing. A portion of the calf was revealing itself. In other words, that the thing that the izar or the panjama or whatever he was wearing was slightly above the calf. And it was showing. There was a knock on the door. Sayyidina Abu Bakr asked the permission to enter. Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam remained as he was and he granted the permission. Sayyidina Umar entered. Permission was granted. Sayyidina Usman Ghani entered. Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam sat up. He sat, he sorted his own clothes out, he covered the body part that was showing. And he said, come in. Sayyida Aisha, once everybody left, Sayyida Aisha said, Abu Bakr came and you didn't move. Umar came, you did not move. Usman came and you covered your body. Why, Ya Rasulullah? And he says, do I not be shy from who? The angels are shy from. The angels are shy from. Some of you could ask the question, what is this shyness in front of Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam? This question can happen. Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam, there is no need to be shy. But Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam himself has given this answer in another narration. He has said that if I did not cover my own calf, this would have upset Sayyidina Usman to the extent he would not be able to utter the reason why he came. He would have not been able to speak in front of me. I want to stop here and ask you, all the followers of Ahl Sunnah, how much haya do you have? How much haya do you have? And who is the narrator? Is Sayyida Aisha. Sayyida Aisha, our mother. Sayyida Aisha is our mother. She said Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam, when he left this apparent world, he went into grave and I used to go and visit him. I used to go and visit him the way I used to be. My husband, I went and visited him. Sayyidina Abu Bakr came and entered the grave. I still used to went as I went. Why? Because my father. Then Sayyidina Umar bin Khattab radiallahu ta'ala an came and she said, I used to go and I used to have complete parda. I used to have parda. Why? Because I don't have that kind of a relation with Umar. One is father, one is husband. Now this, although he is the greatest person after Abu Bakr, but I didn't have that relation with him, I took parda. I want to stop here and tell my sisters and mothers and daughters, our mother did parda from somebody that was in the grave. How much parda do you have when you're walking in the street when there are people alive around you? Then people say, why don't we have the character of Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam? Mothers, the daughters follow their mothers. The sons follow their fathers. And if a father doesn't have haya of Usmani Ghani, what is the purpose of this mehfil? What is the purpose of this mehfil if you cannot take the character of Usmani Ghani? Quran says, lower your gaze. What we've done, we put niqab on the woman's face and we look around. We look around and we say, all the parda goes to the woman. Now she's wearing a blanket, our eyes are everywhere. Why isn't our eyes low? Usmani Ghani, look at his haya. That a portion of a calf was showing of Mustafa alayhi salatu wasalam. This is a privilege more Sahaba used to want to see. More Sahaba wanted to see a body